Today on the news and why it matters, we watched the debates last night, so you didn't have to. We've got the Daily Wire's own Josh Hammer. Tell me you watched it.
I squinted at it.
Oh, you guys, you're killing me. You're killing me.
I'm sorry.
Before we get into the other candidates, since we're on the subject of Beto, let's go ahead and talk about him. You referenced the hell yes, we're coming for your guns. I feel like he thought that was a really great moment for him.
Oh, he did.
Let's watch Beto the champ.
The high-impact, high-velocity round, when it hits your body, shreds everything inside of your body because it was designed to do that so that you would bleed to death on a battlefield and not be able to get up and kill one of our soldiers. When we see that being used against children, and in Odessa, I met the mother of a 15-year-old girl who was shot by an AR-15, and that mother watched her bleed to death over the course of an hour because so many other people were shot by that AR-15 in Odessa and Midland. There weren't enough ambulances to get to them in time. Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47. We're not going to allow it to be used against our fellow Americans anymore.
All right, let's take the emotion out of that message, right? He's basically faulting the guns for doing their job, right? I mean, he's saying the gun is too efficient, so we need to take it away. You take the emotion out of it, it's like, I mean, yeah, like that's terrible that shooting happened, but that's not a really compelling reason. And then, Josh, did you think it was weird that he threw in the city couldn't get the ambulances in time?
It's very weird, but you know what? Robert Francis O'Rourke is the very tyrant the Second Amendment's framers had in mind when they drafted that provision. When they codified our right to keep and bear arms into the U.S. Constitution, it was that clip. It was this person and this sentiment that they feared. I wrote a column for our side of the Daily Wire a week or two ago, literally saying, I will never, ever give up my assault weapon. How could I? I mean, I look at the history of the 20th century. I look at the Jews of the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising. I'll go there. I mean, why wouldn't I go there? Every tin pot dictator worth his or her might has seized firearms from the citizenry. Yeah. It is here, there, and everywhere the gateway drug, the stepping stone to tyranny. But you're totally right. Let's talk about the inanimate object. The New York Times on 9/11 had this tweet that they took down saying that airplanes brought down the Twin Towers 9/11.
Airplanes took aim.
Airplanes took aim, yes. Thank you. Yes. Not radical Islamic jihadists who hijacked airplanes, but airplanes. That's what Robert Francis O'Rourke is doing here, okay? Talking about guns, not talking about psychopathic, loner, alt-right, whatever, white supremacist losers who then use guns as their weapon of choice to wreak the havoc that they would have wrought regardless of weapons they had available. So he's morally confused here. He's throwing in all sorts of weird information. But fundamentally, at the end of the day, my biggest takeaway from that clip is that this man is a petty would-be tyrant. Yeah. And I will not give my gun to him.